Hi, I'm Zhijian. I'm going to talk about surface normal estimation from pulse broadening in single photon Lidar. The aim here is to estimate surface normals from coarse point clouds to enable high-quality shape estimation, and to improve the quality of rendering and visualizations, such as the high-quality related seen here. The system is based on the time-resolved Lidar sensing principle. One important phenomenon is the signal broadening effect, which is caused by the laser divergence angle and the tilt of the illuminated surface. For a better understanding, assume we have a laser source with a divergence angle of theta, illuminating a tilt surface with radiance of x0. For the light passes emitted at the same time, the times of flight span from t3 to t2. Thus, the surface impulse response will cause the echo to be broadened. The phenomenon is more prominent for far-away and tilt surfaces. The general idea for surface normal estimation contains two steps. The first step here is to estimate the surface tilt angle and depth from the broadened data. To do this, we built a physics-based forward model, including the broadening effect and the detector dead times. Then we solve inverse problems to estimate the surface tilt angle and depth. After the first step, the surface normal is still unknown, although we estimate the tilt angle and depth. Because the tilt angle alone leaves 1 degree of freedom in the surface normal undetermined. In fact, possible surface normals are distributed on a conical shell. So the second step is to find the surface normal with the help of the geometry information of neighboring pixels. Here is an example of calculating the subnormals of neighboring pixels and extracting one indication normal to finally tell us which one is the most likely surface normal. In the experiment present here, we used a pulse laser and a SPAD detector to acquire a photon detection time histogram at each position in a coarse raster scan. To benefit from echo broadening at a small room-scale range, we used a spatial filter and a pinhole to generate a large diameter laser spout. For data collection, we used the parameter listed here and sparsely scanned 4x4 pixels of the sphere scene. After processing the information of the 4x4 sparse scene, we finally estimate the surface normals as shown on the right. We made surface normal error plots for simulated and experimental data. The simulation was conducted with the same parameter as the experiment, except for a far-away, proportionally scaled-up simulation scene. If compute the surface normal only from depth, we see a mean absolute error of 14 degrees. While using both the tilt angles and the depth of neighboring pixels, we see a 4 times reduction in mean absolute error. The error reduction also happens for the experimental results. We see a reduction here by using tilt angles and depths together. The reduction is modest, and unfortunately, we were only able to collect one dataset before experimental work was shut down. When lab work continues, we will attempt to find the model mismatches that limit our improvement. There are some challenges to accurate surface normal estimation. It requires an accurate modeling of the laser temporal profile and spatial distribution. There is no significant broadening effect for small illuminated spots. Besides, non-planar illuminated surfaces and multiple surfaces within the laser spot are not modeled, are also challenging issues.